So I know a lot of people end up skipping Skypiea on their first watch of One Piece, but if you do end up rewatching Skypiea, I think you'll realize it is one of the funniest arcs there is, especially if you look at it through the eyes of the rap god himself, Enel. You see, Enel had a whole plan. He was gonna ride this big ass boat to the land of unlimited girth or whatever it was, but it was really a perfect plan, okay? And he would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for a crackhead and his band of lunatics getting involved in a country that they had nothing to do with. And so that's what I want to talk about today, the hilarious tale of Skypiea through the eyes of God Enel. But first, a very quick word from our sponsors. This video is sponsored by Honkai Star Rail! Honkai Star Rail is a free-to-play cross-platform space fantasy RPG from Hoyoverse, the makers. With their own unique personalities and backstories, you'll be able to take as much time as you need getting to know them and deciding how you'll use them in your playthrough. Of those characters, a personal favorite of mine is Blade, and that's not just because his design is objectively the coolest thing I've ever seen, but his OST, Death Approaches, is also phenomenal and always manages to get me hyped. The more I spent with this cool swordsman with the amazing OST, the more I realized that the best part of Honkai Star Rail is getting attached to the characters and finding out which one you personally identify with. Characters like Huo Huo, a 5-star wind-type support character on the path of abundance. Besides acting as the white mage of the group as she's healing her allies, she can also provide attack and energy buffs to her teammates. Maybe a physical type character like Argenti is more your style. This dashing and aloof anime protagonist revels in the spirit of true chivalry. He usually attacks with a spear, but if you're feeling spicy, he has some impressive AoE attacks that can really come in handy in the heat of space battle. But wait, there's more! Because in the V1.5 update, you'll get the chance to go on ghost-busting missions with Gia Knifin and Huo Huo. And I gotta say, I cannot think of a better duo to go ghost-busting with. Those ghosts are as good as busted. You'll also get to try out Hanya, a 4-star physical type character on the path to harmony. And of course, Silver Wolf. The popular member from the Stellar Run Hunters will return for players to pull for. And speaking of pulls, 10 free Star Rail special passes are waiting for you right now, and all you have to do is log into Honkai Star Rail for 7 days straight. So by now, I bet you are aching to become the star of your very own space anime adventure. So check out the link in my description and use this redemption code to redeem 50 Stellar Jades. Now get out there and explore the stars! A very special thank you to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring this video, and an equally special thank you to you for watching this video. And with that, we are back to the show. So walk with me, okay? You are God Enel, and you're minding your own business on Upper Yard, and suddenly you use your mantra, an ability that allows you to sense almost everything that happens on Sky Island. You use that mantra to find out that 7 Blue Sea people have rode the knock-up stream straight up to the gates of Sky Island. Now, that's not such a big deal. You know, you're a reasonable guy. You're like, all right, as long as they pay the fee, that's fine. Anybody can come up here. I don't care. So the crackhead and his friends make it to the first check-in gate, and your gate attendant asks them for the entry fee. That'll be 7 billion exto, please. Shut up, dummy. I'm going to the sky. And just like that, a crackhead and his friends are now trespassing on your holy grounds. You hate to see it. And they are just having the time of their lives, not a care in the world. They find one of your rides on the shore of the beach and crashes like immediately, and then the orange-haired girl that's with them just takes off riding into the clouds. So you send some of your cronies, the White Berets, to go on over to Angel Island and let them know that they better pay the entrance fee unless they want to experience the wrath of God. All of you are trespassing on God's holy grounds. Wait a second. God lives here? Like the God. The guy that's supposed to be answering everyone's prayers? He's here. This is his island. Oh, I see you've heard of him. Yes, his gloriousness has indeed made this place his home. And you all have entered here without paying the entrance fee. So we need to get that worked out before I want to fight him. What? You heard me. I want to meet God and run the wands with him. Where is he? Take me there. And me too. You can't fight God, you just pay the entry fee and everything's okay. Just spitballing here, but if you do take us to meet God, is there a way we can parlay the ass whooping we're gonna give him into payment for our entry? No, damn it. Well, it was worth a shot. Not that it matters, though. We're not paying the entry fee either way. Why do you say that? I haven't even told you how much it is. It could be like $20. We're not paying the entry fee because God has enough money. Or at least I assume he must, considering he obviously isn't spending the money on answering any of my prayers. Luffy, calm down. No, screw this guy. I'm not giving God anything. My childhood was hell. My grandfather used to throw me in the woods and leave me there for weeks before he came to get me. Do you have any idea how stressful it is for a 5-year-old to grow up fighting tigers and alligators all day? I prayed to God every second I could as a kid, and all I asked for was a boat to take me out to sea. But that boat never came, and I had to start my pirate journey in a barrel, all because God was too busy hanging out with his elves, drinking milk, and eating cookies. Elves? Wait a minute. You could be damn sure I looked for his ass while we were on your island, Chopper. I know he lives in the North Pole, so I guess the winter island we were on that day must have been the South Pole or something. Wait, is God the guy that rides around with all those reindeer in that big sleigh? Yeah, that's him, the rotten bastard. Oh, that guy does suck. And he's always hanging around with that one stuck-up reindeer that's always dancing around singing about how special he is. Like, I get it. You have a red nose. Give it a rest. Well, then we better kick his ass too then, huh, Chopper? Yeah, all right, I'm on board too. Let's go fight God. That's not God, that's Santa Claus. Well, what's the difference? Nothing. They're both pretty much the same. Hey, knock it off, Zorro, all right? Bashing people for believing in God is not cool. Okay? This world is a crazy and messed up place, and religion can help give people the courage they need to keep going. What are you doing? Just because it might seem silly to a moss-headed heretic like you, doesn't mean it can't give other people principles and ideals to strive toward. And I, for one, think that's pretty cool. You know what? I'm not doing this with you. Luffy, are we fighting these guys or not? Okay, let's everybody just calm down and relax, okay? They're just playing around. They're just being goofy. We definitely don't want to cause any problems while we're on the almighty God's island. Speak for yourself. It's on sight for me. All we brought to this island is problems, no cap. What they mean to say is, we can't make any monetary decisions until our navigator gets back. She's in charge of our finances, you see, but as soon as she gets back, I'm sure she'll have no trouble paying the entry fee. How much is it exactly? That'll be 80 million berry. Ha! Oh, so we're definitely gonna have to end up fighting these guys. I'm sorry, is there a problem? Nope, they're just kidding again. I'm sure once our navigator gets here, we can clear all of this up. So the party waits for a few hours on the beach, and Nami returns from a trip on the waiver. Usopp screams that they're in a bind, but Nami can fix it, and all she has to do is pay them the entry fee. So Usopp thinks surely, okay, Nami wouldn't endanger everybody over just a measly 80 million berries. Like, surely she will just pay them the entry fee, and then they can all just go about their day. But you see, Nami doesn't care about any of that. She hears 80 million berry and her mind goes blank and she assaults the guy with the waiver, just like immediately. So obviously after that, a huge fight starts with the white berets, and this pretty much gives the rest of the crew the go-ahead to just beat everybody up. So that's what happens. The crackhead and his friends just beat up everybody on the beach. Damn it, Nami, I still don't understand why you couldn't just pay the man. I know you had at least that much on the Mary. Well, maybe we did, but we don't have that much more. I mean, we can't just spend 80 million berry like that. Wait, we don't even have 80 million berries? Why are we so poor? Oh, I know you aren't asking me that question. Oh, but I am, Nami. Why are we so poor? Oh, wait, I'll answer for you. I bet it's because every time we get to a new island, we all have to go to the drip store so we can get new clothes and look clean before we do anything on the island. You're always the first person that's in those stores when we do that. Well, I'm sorry. The drip is very important. Now, having said that, can we go shopping now? So while they're on the beach, the Straw Hats meet a father and daughter who live on Angel Island, Konis and Paguya. They offer to feed everyone dinner to welcome them to Angel Island, but Sanji, being a gentleman, offers to cook for everyone instead. So Usopp, Sanji, and Luffy head to Paguya and Konis' house, while Nami and the other Straw Hats stay on the Mary and go over their options. Nobody pay attention to that lunatic. We need to get off this island right now. Why do you sound so spooked? This isn't anything new for us. You didn't see what I saw. I went to an island a few meters away from where we are now, and God straight up smoked this guy for like no reason. We don't need to get in a fight with these people. We just need to go while we can. Now lift the anchor so we can get out of here. You can't leave now. I didn't even get to go to the drip store yet. I'll let you try on anything you want from my disguise locker, all right? Now please don't fight me on this, guys. This guy was really scary. So when Luffy gets back, let's tell him we're going to go fight God, and then we're just going to leave, okay? It might be a little late for that plan. And right as Robin says that, a giant sky lobster grabs the Mary and kidnaps everyone on board. The crew takes off into the sunset, leaving Sanji, Luffy, and Usopp watching helplessly from Konis and Paguya's balcony. Namishuon! Oh my. It looks like that was the Lobster Express, and that means they must be on their way to Upper Yard. Upper Yard? Damn, that's crazy. So, is there any more soup left? Luffy, quit messing around. We gotta go after them right now. Oh, but I sure do hope they aren't going to Upper Yard. It's the forbidden holy land of God. Wait, what'd you say? I just said that Upper Yard is forbidden because it's God's holy land. No one is allowed there but God and his priests. Forbidden. Guys, we have to go to Upper Yard to save our crew. Right? Yeah, sure, or, whatever. So Konis walks Luffy, Usopp, and Sanji to the docks so they can get a boat to go after their friends. And while they're on the way to the docks, they encounter an ancient relic of Skypiean culture. And here we have an ancient Skypiean relic, made of 100% Verth, probably. This totem represents our relationship to God. Wow, Konis, thanks for showing us this. This is a PP. I'm sorry? The god statue, it's just a big old pee-pee. Luffy. Oh, sorry, a big old pee-pee with a face on it too. Sorry, I didn't see that. This is a very valuable relic made completely from girth. No, the word you're looking for is girth. This statue has a lot of girth. Luffy, shut up. You're being an idiot. Oh, I'm the idiot because I want to go fight God, but they get to erect their pee-pee statues all over the island and call it worship? This double standard is crazy. Hey, Luffy, knock it off. Don't insult Konosuke-chan. Thank you, Sanji. And besides, God works in mysterious ways. So if he did erect this giant pee-pee statue in the middle of the island as a means of worship, well, I, for one, think that's pretty cool. Okay, nope, that's it. What is up with you? Why are you really into God all of a sudden? Usopp, you wound me. I've always been a God-fearing man. Me and a certain orange-haired beauty on our crew. You think Nami believes in God? Why would you think that? What? You didn't know Usopp? Well, you know what? That actually makes sense. You obviously don't know her as well as I do. What about you, Luffy? You knew that Nami loved God, right? I'm not gonna lie, Sanji. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I lost a rock, paper, scissors match against a crab the other day. I'm just saying, I've known Nami longer than you have, and when has she ever said anything about God? All right, you know what? I don't have to sit here and explain my love. Maybe if you two were a little more observant and paid more attention to our crew members, you might learn something about their personalities and religious preferences. Now, can we please get back to saving our beautiful, God-fearing, and pious navigator, Nami Swan? So the group continues walking until they get to the docks, and that's when abruptly Conus just breaks down for some reason. You see, the White Berets made sure to tell Conus and Paguya that they were to lead the Straw Hats to the docks so that they could go to Upper Yard and eventually be executed, basically. So essentially, she's been leading them into this trap this entire time. But now that they're finally at the docks, Conus is having some second thoughts. And as you can imagine, this pisses Enel off, you know? Just put yourself in his shoes. You are the almighty God, and everybody on this island is prospering because of you and everything you do for them. And you can't even trust these people to deliver one unhinged and crazy crackhead to you. I mean, it's just, that's despicable. So you think to yourself, screw the preamble, just zap all of them and be done with it. So you send down a huge lightning bolt to take out everyone on the docks, and the crackhead jumps out of the way with Conus at the last second. The sky clears and the crackhead clenches his fist and turns his anger to the sky. Coward! Face me! What was that? Looks like we've got God's attention. Usopp, Sanji, let's get to Upper Yard. If we don't hurry, Zoro and Chopper are gonna fight God before I do. And speaking of Zoro and Chopper, their group was actually taken to the sacrificial altar by the Lobster Express. And now it's here that they're supposed to wait for one of the priests to show up and begin the punishment. But these guys can't sit still for more than 5 minutes. They start to leave pretty much immediately. And while they're leaving their ship, the reindeer almost gets eaten by a skyfish, but the green-haired samurai jumps in after him. And so you watch this guy fight this fish for like 30 minutes. Like, no joke, this goes on for way longer than it should. And he's tired too. Like, it gets to the point to where he's not even using his swords anymore. He's just beating the fish up with hands. It's like that was the only way to settle the squabble, because after he punches the fish, the green-haired samurai crawls out of the clouds exhausted. Oh man, that was way harder than it needed to be. I mean, I don't want to say it, but I think I hate all fish now. Yep, it sucks, but unless a fish joins our crew and teaches me empathy, I think I might take up a strictly seafood diet out of spite. Zoro. No, you're right. We'll probably never have to fight another fish again. Ooh, but if we ever do, I promise I'm gonna whoop his ass before it ever gets that serious. Zoro, where are you going? What do you mean, where am I going? I'm gonna go fight God. Come on, Zoro, not you two. We don't have time for this. Hey, millions of children pray to God every year, and he ignores them every time, probably. He's a bad guy, Nami, and he has to be stopped. Well, why are you so set on fighting him? What did you pray to God for? Please, God. I just want to beat her just once. I swear to God, if you just let me beat her now, I'll never pick up another sword again. Nothing. In fact, I'm so cool, I've never prayed to God. Not even once. Cool. Robin, say something to him, will you? Actually, I'm gonna go for a walk too. Aha, no. Actually, Nami, I would have thought you would want to come too, especially since we might find some sky treasure. Sky treasure? I'm in. Chopper, stay with the Mary. No, but I want to come fight God. Sorry, Chopper, but we can't leave Mary out here all by herself. That's a good point. All right, I'll protect her with my life. And boy, that reindeer would come to regret this decision pretty much immediately. Because right after the rest of the crew leaves, like literally 5 minutes after they disappear into the forest, one of God's holy priests shows up and starts whooping this reindeer's ass. Now you watch as this ass whooping takes place and this reindeer fights for his life and his ship gets destroyed in the process. But what's really funny is, since the priest arrived not too long after his friends went into the forest, you know they can hear all of this happening. Like, the reindeer is just screaming, trying his hardest to just make sure that the priest gets at least fought off. His crew is easily, at most, maybe 50 feet away. Like, it's cruel and hilarious. Hearing their pet reindeer scream into the sky begging for help from someone, and his crew is literally within earshot, examining dirt and looking at rocks, pretending they can't hear him, and you know they can hear him. But no, they don't show up. But the reindeer does manage to blow a sky whistle, which summons the Sky Knight, Gonfall, who met the Straw Hats earlier. Gonfall shows up and fights the priest, and he puts up a pretty good fight until he's taken out and sent into the clouds. And to your surprise, the reindeer who can't swim jumps in after him. Like, little homie has heart, but he ate a devil fruit. He can't swim either, so he jumps in, and hilariously, they're both just out of the picture now. So now they're both sinking, and the priest believes that he's won, so he flies off to go try to fight somebody else. Now, that should have been the end of their pet reindeer, but to your surprise, a bunch of dumbass birds pull everyone out of the clouds. Mew, mew. Wow, thanks, but why'd you save us? Mew, mew. Huh? What do you mean I should finish what I started? Mew, mew. Sacrifice. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I know this is the sacrificial altar, but there's been a mistake. You know, God brought us here against our will. I'm not really gonna kill anybody. That's ridiculous. Mew, mew. Listen, I'm sorry for whatever humans did to you guys, but I'm not sacrificing anyone. Mew, mew. No, you guys have a lot of hate in your heart. I'm not gonna do that. Mew. Whoa, dude. Not cool. You need to stop watching Fox News. Mew. Get out of here, you racist birds. The Sky Island is indeed a scary place. No, that's right. Mary. So Chopper runs back to the Mary and takes a look at all the damage that was caused by the priest. Man, Usopp's gonna have a heart attack. And Usopp may indeed have a heart attack later on, but for now, his group is lazily sailing down the Cloud River, all the while, unbeknownst to them, they are getting closer and closer to another priest who's patiently waiting to run their fate. I'm sorry, why should we keep our eyes open for a boat when we get to God's house? Weren't you listening to my tragic backstory earlier? My childhood was awful, and I asked God for a boat, but he never gave it to me, so we're gonna find it. I just don't like how that sounds. It sounds like you want to replace the Mary. No one's replacing Mary. Honestly, I don't even want the boat anymore. I just don't want God to have it either. It's the principle. Besides, it's their fault we have to go to God's house in the first place. They got captured like some idiots. Oh, right. Because you never get captured when we're out on an adventure. That's right. Are you being for real right now? Of course I am. What are you talking about? Luffy, you've gotten captured at like almost every island we've been to. I have not. Literally every time. It's to the point that we all get nervous whenever you go to the bathroom. As the three of them argue, the Pillsbury Doughboy jumps out from one of the trees and challenges the Straw Hats to a fight. Hey, so, welcome to the ball ordeal. Judgment will soon be upon you. As a matter of fact, the last island we were on, you somehow managed to get everyone besides me and Chopper trapped in the basement of a casino that was being flooded, while giant alligators circled all of you menacingly. Like, how the hell does that even happen? How do you manage to get caught so thoroughly? Well, how was that my fault? Vivi was the one who said Crocodile was at the casino. It was her idea to rush in without a plan. That is not how that happened. Hello? You guys sound stupid. Just listen to yourselves. That doesn't make any sense because even if I do get captured, I'm not locked in there with them. They're locked in there with me. Luffy, I bet you 5,000 berries you disappear and get captured before we leave Sky Island. You're on. Ooh, I want in on that. All right, that's it. God sent me and I'm here to deliver your punishment. Shut up, fat boy. Hee-yaw. Luffy goes to punch the fat angel, but then he realizes that the angel's able to dodge all of Luffy's attacks. It's like he somehow knows exactly what he's gonna do before he even does it. So Sanji and Usopp try attacking him as well, and they experience the same problem. They can't lay a finger on this guy. Matters are made even worse by the priest's special ability. You see, he's able to send a bunch of exploding balls after all three of them. They're trying to figure out how to deal with all of them, but all it takes is one touch for a ball to explode. And in the middle of all that confusion and chaos, the priest connects a bunch of explosives together to make this giant explosive dragon. All right, Luffy, you can't just punch that thing. Those balls explode as soon as you touch them. Okay, then I've got an idea. All right, what is it? Luffy? Gomu Gomu, no! Luffy, no! Usopp tackles Luffy and narrowly escapes a giant explosion. Damn it, Luffy, if attacking one of them doesn't work, why would you attack the thing that's just a bunch of them together? The dragon immediately keeps up the chase and the two retreat further into the forest. I thought you said you had a plan! You know I didn't, I was just gonna punch it again. The chase continues until some quick thinking by Captain Crackhead saves the day by destroying the dragon. Oh my god, that guy is crazy. I gotta get out of here, I'm done fighting him. He was gonna kill us all, I know it. Whew, that was close. Let me go! Not gonna let you go, but I did figure something out. Even if you can predict our movements, it doesn't mean anything if you can't dodge them, right? Hey Sanji, I caught a fat ass angel. Think you can whip us up something in the kitchen? Maybe. I'd have to see what spices we have. Wait, what does that mean? What is he about to do? Dear Lord God, please forgive me for what I'm about to do to this rotund angel. But I know you'll forgive me, because right now, there are 2 beautiful ladies with 4 beautiful breastises, and I know I have to save them at all costs. Yes, I know that my true ordeal is an ordeal of love. What? No, this is very much still the ball ordeal. Oh, relax. You know, honestly, you should be thanking me, because if it was just you and Luffy fighting, this ass whooping would have at least been another 4 episodes, like at least. And no doubt every bone in your body would have been broken too. But this way, I'm only gonna break your face. But I don't want that to happen either. Okay, wait a minute, all right? We can talk about this. Please don't just French kick. With the priest's movement restricted, the Straw Hats land their first and last blow of the fight as the round priest falls to the clouds defeated. Usopp meanwhile finds the exit, and all 3 of them hop back into their boat and continue making their way to Upper Yard. But before they get there, they are stopped by an angry hotshot named Wiper, the leader of the Shandians who are caught in the battle for Verth. Now, the thing about Wiper is he's about action. He does not care who you are. If you aren't part of his tribe, he's probably gonna try to drop you at some point. And come to think of it, as soon as the Straw Hats get to Skypiea, he pulled up and just started beating the shit out of them. Like, Wiper pulled up and stole Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji just for no reason. Like, he saw people he didn't recognize and went, oop. And then he just takes off. Like, this man he's dangerous. He's a man without a mission. He's just trying to fight people all the time. It's like, do you know how crazy and confrontational you have to be to pull up on somebody, not ask any questions, and just start swinging? Like, the first thing, just right out the gates, you just start a fight. You don't know anything else. You're just ready to fight. That's not even how it's supposed to go in anime in general. Usually you're supposed to say something, even if it's just cringy dialogue. He's a lunatic, is all I'm trying to say. So you can imagine how tense the air was when Wiper and Captain Crackhead himself come face to face. Walk away, Mohawk. You walk away, Crackhead. You're the one in my home. Shut up. I don't care whose home this is. This is my home now. I'll do what I want. Your home? God. Typical. Blue Sea Devils come to the Sky Islands and they think they can do whatever they want. Take whatever they want. Damn dirty colonizers. Colonizers? That sounds racist in a really funny way. Yeah, like, it stings, but it's also playful, even though it has a pretty offensive implication. Anyway, it's definitely not something I'd expect to hear in a superhero movie meant for children. What if it's a black superhero movie meant for children? I think, if anything, that's probably the one way to be sure that it's definitely racist. Huh, I guess so. Listen, Mohawk, it sounds like you got a lot of hate in your heart, but we can't relate. We really don't care what color your skin is. We'll still knock you out. Shut up, you sea devil. I hate you as much as I hate God. Well, you're trying to fight God too? That's what we're here to do. Why don't we just work together? Forget it. I'd rather die than fight beside a blue sea devil like you. If it was up to me, I'd get rid of you right now. We've been planning the Shandian Revolution for months now. I can't waste any more time and energy dealing with a crackhead. Leave, Mugiwara. I won't ask again. Hey, wait a minute. We could just... Damn it, he's gone. What was that guy's problem? I don't know, but you know what another thing we have to stop doing is? Coming to an island when they're right in the middle of their violent revolution. I mean, it's only happened twice now, but I really don't want this to become a pattern. So Wiper leaves and the 3 Straw Hats continue on their way to Upper Yard until they make it to the sacrificial altar, where they reunite with everyone. Usopp sees the damage that Mary sustained, and seeing how crushed he is, Chopper tries to explain what happened. Usopp, I'm sorry. Honestly, I'm just glad you're okay, Chopper. So he doesn't give me the boat I wanted as a kid, and now he sends his elves to mess with the Mary. Don't worry, Chopper, we aren't letting God get away with this. It just sucks because I really tried hard to protect the Mary. I hate that this happened. Chopper, stop crying. A real man doesn't cry when his friends are hurt. A real man pulls up his pants and punches God right in the face. You're right. This is for the Mary now. So I'll beat up God, his elves, and every red-nosed reindeer on this island. That's the spirit, my man. Okay, let's everybody just calm down here. And again, God and Santa, 2 different people. So all of this is stupid anyway. All of you are stupid. Now listen to what me and Robin figured out when we were exploring. So the Straw Hats make themselves a camp in the middle of the woods, and Nami explains that the City of Gold is indeed on Sky Island, and they're going to find it. But half the group still wants to fight God, to get revenge for the Mary, and also, honestly, just because. Like, there's not really a rhyme or reason to most of the things these people do. So they all decide to split into 2 groups to get everything done as soon as possible. There's the Fight God / Santa team, comprised of Luffy, Zoro, Chopper, and Robin. And then there's the Find Gold team, comprised of Usopp, Nami, Sanji, and the Sky Knight Gonfall, who is still unconscious from his fight with the priest that damaged the Mary.
Will Captain Crackhead beat up God? Will Nami and the other lunatics find the lost City of Gold? Will Nico Robin wear a cowboy hat? Tune in next time on One Piece is Hilarious for Skypiea Is Hilarious Part 2.